Good morning and welcome to your favorite variety news show, giving you the latest, in our opinion, the greatest news for your eardrums. I'm one of your co-hosts, but not the driver today. My man Steven's going to be the driver today, but I'm Vince Vibes giving you daily rap.
Steven with Football Focus.
This is Dustin with Drama Digest.
And Anthony with Showbiz Spotlight.
And how was your guys' Thanksgiving break, guys? I mean, got kind of thrown into the swing of things, not going to lie here. We're kind of rushed into the studio, but we make it work, and we're here now. But we had a nice long weekend, 2 days off. And how do y'all spend it? Well, sounds like a bunch of lonely guys.
No. At least for me, I spent time with my family, but I had a heck of a start. Funny, a little semi-funny but scary moment for me.
The chickens are back.
It was Wednesday. Me and Anthony take the same class.
Right.
On Wednesday, my dad calls me, telling me, "Hey, call me on FaceTime." While we were inside the studio, and he told me, "Why you want to call me? Why do you want me to FaceTime him?" And I went out.
I remember.
Now you remember.
I remember.
I went straight outside. The first thing I saw when I called him on WhatsApp is firefighters and smoke in my backyard.
Did he try to deep fry a turkey?
No, we don't do that.
Oh,
no.
okay.
The neighbors said, at least that's what one of our other neighbors told us, it went on fire. The fire was so strong, this is how my dad described it, that it made it to, the heat made it to the porch, the back porch.
Whoa.
Almost to the door. And it was just random. One of my neighbors called 911. The other neighbor in the house beside that was catching on fire, slammed the door hard to tell him, "Hey, your backyard's on fire." And I'm like, I saw them like, what is going on? After that, I just hang up. Okay, yeah, thank God you guys all right. Went back in my head. I'm like, what? Want to start for Thanksgiving weekend?
Oh my God!
But thank God nothing bad happened and everything went well. How you guys this weekend?
Mine was pretty perfect. Pretty much a textbook Thanksgiving weekend. I had a Wawa gobbler bowl. I got some Evan Williams eggnog.
Nice.
And I watched some TV. Rot in bed for a few days, which is what I wait for all year.
I went to my girlfriend's Thanksgiving out in Brandon area. Out in your
You're in my neck of the woods.
Your neck of the woods.
Dustin's stomping grounds.
I know.
I live by Valrico.
Yeah, there you go. But that was a very nice time, and I went and I spent the weekend over there at her college. She goes to a new college in Sarasota, Florida, and then when I got home, it's Black Friday weekend, and right now Amazon was running a special on the MetaQuest 3.
I heard about this.
Yes, the VR headset.
Not
I've been wanting one for a while, and so I finally decided to buy one.
Lucky you.
Yes, for myself. Took a
I-
little
I-
bit out of savings.
I almost bought a Switch, but I talked myself out of it twice.
You bought a Switch.
But the
you
Switch
should've bought
2.
the Switch.
Switch 2.
The Switch 2 might be around the corner.
That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind getting a
Oh,
Switch.
listen, we all need to get VR headsets and then go into VR chat and stuff.
Oh,
and
God,
just
no, don't remind
practice
me.
with people.
Dude, I went there already.
You went there already?
By playing PC alone is so chaotic, and I'm a crazy person for comedy reasons. I can't match that energy at all.
Dude, we can all be our favorite Sonic character.
Or
Listen, I don't
even
know,
a cool melding of them in an even better franchise, like maybe even Pokemon.
Sonic Boom?
Family Guy roleplay.
Jeez. Nah.
Anyways,
This is even worse than that time I did Family Guy roleplay. Nah.
It's an endless loop.
Oh man,
it's an endless loop.
I sounded more
Auntie, how was your Thanksgiving weekend?
I gotta follow that up. My Thanksgiving was uneventful. It's just I have a small family here in Tampa.
Fair
So
enough.
it was just like the 3 or 4 of us getting together
Well,
to have a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
it looks like we all had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
3 out of 4, 1 out of us.
I mean, we all had great
Yeah.
times.
I had family over
Right?
from Puerto Rico coming. They're originally here for go to like Universal, all that stuff. My dad just told him, hey, come by to our house for Thanksgiving, all that stuff, and they said yeah. So,
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Is that easy?
Hey, when it comes up with my family,
They're just chill guys.
when it comes to my dad's side of the family, no, it doesn't exist.
They just.
All right, what we got for?
But no, listen. But so a couple weeks ago, before we get into the meat of the show,
Nice Thanksgiving.
a couple, we had like Thanksgiving leftovers. A couple weeks ago, we made a
stuffing.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, we made a comment that John Cena could rap. And then we never kind of went back to it as
Perhaps
as a
wisely so.
reminder. But today, pulled up on the queue, I have right now, because right now, here's John Cena's. And we're back, and I told you guys that John Cena could rap, ladies and gentlemen.
I actually kind of liked it.
It was really good. Kanye West, who?
Kanye West, who?
Anyways, guys, speaking of rap, we are going on to Daily Rap, our first segment of our show. If you're new here, you are listening to us on hawkradio.primostream.
Get rid of that .com, throw it away. I don't know what else you want to do with it. Just
Give it to
smash
Steven's
into
neighbors.
someone's
It sounds
head.
like they need it.
Yeah, give it to Steven's neighbors.
You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. No
Yeah,
comment on
gotta
that.
rebuild that shit.
That is
Shout out Steven's neighbors, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Can we make
I have to
them a
do that every
sponsor
time.
now? Like, I don't know. I feel bad. Anyways, so Daily Rap is back, and we're talking about a very big special
I see what you did there.
guy
Can't get
here. Dave Blunt
A BSG.
is a brand new rapper on the scene. He just got popular or famous this year.
He's
Or
been
started
he's
blowing
really
up.
been blowing up. Yeah, he's been getting big.
Yeah, really? Well, so rapper Dave Blunt performed with a oxygen tank in a moving tribute to Juice WRLD at the annual Juice WRLD concert in Chicago. As y'all know, Juice WRLD sadly passed away.
R.I.P. for Juice WRLD.
And so, they do a remembrance show every year, highlighting a bunch of new rappers hitting the scene, a bunch of his friends, Juice WRLD's friends, and some actual legends of the industry.
Is there a King Von Day?
And no, I don't think there's a King Von Day for good reason. No, I think
Well, we
there's
need to
good
make a
reason.
Von Day happen. I mean, he's
there's good reason why there's
well,
not.
he's pretty goated.
I didn't realize this world was big enough to get a hold.
Well, he's not bigger than
No, Juice WRLD got very big, and I feel like when he passed away, it even
It grew in
amplified
popularity
him
even more.
Yeah, and but get back to the matter of hand. So Dave Blunt has been in the hospital a couple times. Why we mention this is he's getting very unhealthy. He's over 600 pounds, and they when he was performing, they had him out on the stage on a couch, and he was barely rapping, and it just didn't look good. But and all the rappers around the industry, Yachty and Snoop Dogg, all want him to do better. They've all made public comments, and
I did not know that.
yes, and Dave Blunt at this show called out Snoop Dogg. Yes,
Call that one of the goats.
he called out Snoop Dogg.
Now, for those listening at home, we all our eyes went big just now. You can't see it, but we all
You
did
can't
that.
see it.
We all did that. He did what?
Yep. So, Snoop Dogg told Blunts to put down the chicken wings and Tatar chips.
Is that actually what
Maybe
he
not the
said?
best way to go about it, but I get where it's coming
continued
from.
to say that the chair's gonna break soon if you don't get to the end of the cup.
I'm not even gonna question that.
So Snoop Dogg was very
Blunt, if you
blunt
will.
about Dave's blunt size, and Dave Blunt's on the on the stage go, Snoop, you think you're funny? You don't know what it's like to fight for your life every day. I got demons and an oxygen tank to prove it. Don't come for me when you have when you have been blessed enough to be here that long.
Didn't Snoop kill a man and then beat a murder charge afterwards? I think he knows a little bit about fighting for his life.
Yeah.
Well, he did do that, but also, you know, Dave Blunt's is legit fighting for his life right now too. You know, he should not have been performing there. He obviously should have still been at the hospital.
Did he leave the hospital
He
to show up
left the
there?
hospital to show up there.
Well, that's good for his health. You know, get out. You know,
Yeah,
get some fresh air for the day.
actual
He went back
fresh
to the
air.
hospital when the day ended. Yes.
I don't think so.
See now, is this a case where the people around him aren't really taking care of him, or is it him himself that isn't?
Well, you know, as much as the people around him maybe aren't taking care of him, it's on himself. I also think to, you know, want to do better.
Yeah.
Hot take, I don't know, maybe, but that's just me. And you know, I hope Dave Blunt does get better. He has some pretty funny music out there.
He does. He's got some bars.
Pretty good bars, and you know, the Juice WRLD day was a kind of bad show all around. It was the worst Juice WRLD day since it started. And the album that came out afterwards with unreleased Juice WRLD songs, nobody really liked.
I heard the community did not care for
The
that.
community
at all.
was not happy. Now, we're not, all four of us here, not really Juice WRLD listeners here. We're not gonna lie and
Yeah.
say, you know.
I
we're,
like that one. The party never.
Yeah. So, that's actually the name of the project. The Party Never Ends.
Well, that's kind of in poor taste when you're using like a dead man's music to keep selling records. Like the party never ends.
Yeah, it's kind of all poor taste around.
Yeah.
The profits never end.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be the first time, though. Unfortunately.
True.
And so Benny Blanco set list the album, and nobody really liked it, and it's not looking good. People want some songs that didn't get on the album like now. I mean, they've been finished. There's no reason they should be out on all streaming platforms.
Right.
But so
Yeah, nobody's buying albums anyway. If you want people to hear the music, you have to release it.
right.
Like,
Right, it's like, I understand, you know, wanting to remember somebody, but this all feels like just in a poor taste all around.
Yeah, it was like not properly like made properly.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a way.
Yeah, I agree. It was all just handled in a way to make money.
we want to honor him by doing what he loved most, making this record label money.
You're right. And so Juice WRLD Day was obviously a big failure when your biggest story is the Dave Blunt's fiasco.
Oh.
And not trying to be rude, but Dave Blunt is the 9th guy on the you know, list. There was 8 guys who performed ahead of him, so there was, you know, a lot more time to make more of the situation. But
more easier.
still,
more.
everyone came out thinking about the Dave Blunt situation, and that's just
He
sad.
went out there on a couch.
He went out there on a couch
Couch
with
and
an oxygen tank.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Is the couch for me, like the oxygen tank is a medical thing, but it's like, brother, a couch?
Yeah, it's
You
just,
gotta make the man comfortable.
you know the
He can't
you
say I'm a
know
rascal?
you know the classic
That'd just
Lionel
make it worse.
Richie album cover where he's like laying on the couch. It's just Dave Blunt just laying there rapping like it's. Oh,
Maybe we should
man.
normalize doing entire performances from like lying on a couch, like you're in a therapist's office.
Right.
You know?
Telling all your problems. You know, music
Tell your
isn't
problems
that way.
away.
Yeah, Drake goes up there. Kendrick keeps saying this.
Oh.
Therapist is like, where did it all begin? You dropped
Kendrick
55
comes
minutes
out
of
and
banger
just
music?
says,
That's actually kind of a good idea.
"Oh man," but man, all around a disappointing time for Juice WRLD. But
Is this the first time they do this? The Juice WRLD?
no, they've done this pretty much since he passed away. This is the 4th annual Juice WRLD.
Okay. This is the first one I hear about.
Isn't it?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Is it always in the same place?
I don't know about that.
Where was this one?
Chicago.
Is he from Chicago?
Yeah, I also don't know.
Not to put you on the spot, okay.
Not to put you on the spot, but you kind of did.
Hold on.
We got some information.
He's pulling out the phone, you know.
Banter.
Normally we have our scripts here.
Well, that
with
means
the information.
well we're having an intern.
Oh my God, his name is Anthony. Oh my God, hey.
Oh, you turn around on him now. Liking him a little bit better.
Reincarnated.
I'll continue the legacy. He's from Illinois. Oh, he's from Chicago.
There you go.
Oh,
So
all
he's from
right, good to
Chicago.
know.
So it probably is in Chicago every year.
Well, you know who? Even worse, there's no Vaughn Day.
No.
Dang.
Maybe we can get it started.
I think we need to start a King Vaughn Day.
No.
Get the fundraiser ready,
But
But why me?
Why not?
Why always me?
someone's got to do
You're
it.
the
We're
only one that
distressed.
can.
I
Somebody else
did
might get it
listen
wrong.
to. I did listen to the new album though, just in respect, just to check it out.
How did you like it?
I thought it was pretty. It was pretty mid. But here is my favorite track from it.
Ooh.
It is a love letter to Juice. Maybe not in the best way, but here's Love Letter by Juice WRLD. And Steven, what time is it?
It's. Let me ask you. Wait. Before we move forward.
Where are we?
Where are we?
Good question. Anthony.
Who am I?
Why are we?
How did that make me
When
laugh for
are
everything? Good questions. But where does these lovely people that are listening to us can hear us, Anthony?
So if you're just tuning in, we're the Weekly Roundup, and you can listen to us streaming live on hawkradio.primostream.com.
Yeah, take away the .com and hit it to assault someone with it, I don't know.
Jeez.
Also,
Why? Weekly Roundup does not condone acts of violence or vigilante.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
Acts of.
yeah, that's not violent. I just say that for jokes.
The jokes
Assault.
depicted on this program do not necessarily represent the
Right.
views of Hillsborough Community College or
Maybe don't
the
listen
Weekly
to us on
Roundup.
stream.
Alright, can you smell that?
Oh,
I definitely did when I walked in here.
Been cooking.
Ooh.
oh my
Ooh, he's 2 for
goodness.
2.
What
If-
is football cooking?
If I'm correct, this is week 12, correct?
I sure know.
Forgive me, I forgot to.
Time has been going too fast,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. But,
But it doesn't matter what
It's Thanksgiving week.
where can you find all this news?
Of course, I was gonna get to that, my boy. Disclaimer: all information from this segment of Football Focus is all used by NFL.com and Fox Sports for team stats, game stats, and play-to-play information.
It's week 13, by the way.
Week 13.
the
yeah.
one-
Thank you.
We're off by 1.
All right,
Off by one.
week 13.
Just like
Head-
our parlays.
Speak
I'm
for yourself.
so
Hey, yourself, Anthony. Anthony for one's one.
I'm $30 richer, boys.
Yes,
Ready to
sir.
quit my job.
You can quit your job.
I won $14 on the Lightning.
Whoa,
because
listen.
one of the guys
better
got
than nothing.
injured, so you know it was a 2-pick that I got right. Anyways,
I lost it all underestimating Carolina, but we'll talk about that later.
Carolina was
Actually, not
amazing.
talking about later. We're talking about this now.
We're talking about it right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bucks
this is football
versus
focus. Dustin.
This is
Bucks
football
versus
focus.
Panthers. It was a heck of a game. It
That
made
was a
it
close
to
one.
overtime.
It shouldn't have
And
been.
usually, and
I know.
the last time the Bucks went to overtime, they lost that. Like usually they were unlucky. This time they were lucky, and they won. They won by just a field goal. So
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
I mean, then they had to force the field goal to even get into overtime. What was there like? There was literally like 2 seconds left. I thought they were cooked.
yeah.
I thought they were
Yeah.
cooked.
It was I was watching Red Zone off and on, and when Baker Mayfield ran back in the game after getting injured for a couple plays, and then the first play threw an interception, I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
this game is over.
Yeah,
Panthers won.
sad I gotta say these stats. Baker Mayfield, 235 yards, 1 touchdown,
Sadly, there's still one.
two
Oh,
two
yeah.
interceptions.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought you liked the Buccaneers. You're a secret Panthers fan?
No, I love my Bucks. I like to see it interception 0.
No,
That's why I like
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You know,
That's why I like 2.
I would have liked for him to get like 10 more yards too, Mayfield. I don't know why he didn't get 10 more yards. You know.
Was there any specific reason why you need those 10 more yards?
I just think it's a nice even number, 245. It's like the time I stopped drinking.
Of course, for Bryce Young, kind of went up to the opposite. Bryce
He
Young
went crazy.
had 298.
I didn't think he'd get over maybe 203, so that was pretty shocking.
Told you, I expected like to 200, maybe like 210, like
Yeah.
210. Sorry,
He went
210. I got put. 1 touchdown, 0 interception. This new version of Bryce Young is actually running the ball. Like he's actually has a good mentality. But compared to like the rest of his offense, they're like going like left and right like chickens with no heads. And I'm gonna be honest on that.
So is it another case of good quarterback on a not so great team?
Yes.
I think we talked about Joe Burrow last week. Same situation.
Yes.
Well, there's a situation because he was a rookie last year. He was drafted number 1 overall. There's a situation where they draft C.J. Stroud instead from the Texans, and Bryce Young goes to the Texans instead. So maybe there's another scenario where Bryce Young balls out for the Texans.
I see
But
that.
it's a tough defeat for the Panthers at home. Bucky Irving for
I was about to get to
the Bucks went off.
Dude, he's like right now the hot pick right now during like in the internet.
I had his over on a parlay. I was betting on it.
Yeah, I know.
That might be the only one I hit on Sunday.
Yeah, I had that one too. And I think that was the only one that hit.
25 to rushing yards. Total of yards, 152. 1 touchdown, average 6.08.
Mm-hmm.
And compared to his competition, Sally, Chuba, I think I'm
Chuba or Chuba?
Chuba
Chuba
Hubbard.
Chuba, that's such a cool name.
Chuba Hubbard
from Canada.
from.
I bet his friends
So
call him
he was
Chuba
the guy
Hubbard.
with the Canadian flag in the back of his helmet. I thought like, oh, a Canadian. I did not
Hate to
know
see
that.
it.
Hey, I got curious.
It's American.
Sally comparing to Bucky, he had 12 rushing yards, total of yards 43, 0 touchdown, average 3.58. So you can see right there the difference. Bucky outperformed that guy like, to a couple.
2 to 1.
Yeah, literally.
Still a close game somehow.
Still
Yeah.
a close game.
And for receiving, Mike Evans. Of course, he came back from a hamstring injury. If people don't know, receiving yards he obtained 8. He had total yards. He had 118. 1 touchdown. The word went out of my butt. All right, don't judge me.
Target.
Bring it back.
Thank you.
12.
Tuah.
Can
Thank you.
you imagine if he caught all 12 of those targets? He would have had at least,
Ooh.
160, 170 yards.
Of course, to the play, the most clip I've seen, might be the second Mike Evans because this guy freaking grabbed the ball one-handed. Adam Thielen, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I suck at reading.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He made a
I was
really
like, what's
good
going
catch.
on here?
Nah, but he's really old. He's older than Mike Evans.
Really? I mean,
Yes.
I knew he was like in this couple.
He's old.
Yeah, like what,
Adam Thielen has been
30s,
playing a
somewhere
long
there?
time. He
What-
was.
how old is old? I mean,
He
you,
was.
Yeah.
Well.
you kind of have
I'm
friars.
sorry.
for,
We have.
you kind of have friars for that is completely
I love
baseless.
stirring
We have
some
older
stuff up.
people in the studio. We can't offend because.
You know, you
Is
kids.
he naturally old or society old?
You kids these days, if you don't have any respect, that's the problem.
Adam Thielen is 34 years old.
Oh, we're a boomer.
So I was correct. He's in his 30s.
Well,
You
that's
said
not
he was
old.
the next coming of Mike Evans.
34 years old for a wide receiver.
All right. Receiving yards, he has 8, just like Mike Evans. Of course, he's down by 10, or by 10, 18 in general. 99, 1 touchdown of course, for the 99, that's all regular yards for people who are not confused.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, 1 touchdown, target 10. So,
I'm a little confused
Yeah.
actually. 99 yards and 1 touchdown is what he was trying to say
forgive
there.
me. My brain shut down on me mid-sentence. All right, let's talk about Eagles versus Ravens. A game that I feel like could have been like an equal match, but it went like so south.
It kind of was.
It was an equal matchup. It was through and through. I mean, 24-19.
Yep.
It was a really good game to watch.
Maybe not at first.
Not at first.
The Eagles went back to week 1 and 2 where they forgot how to play football for the first half.
I feel like the Eagles are, a second half team. They get better as the game goes on.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, they were a fourth quarter team.
Yeah, but
That's pretty good improvement.
They're improving.
I think that's a good
I'll clap
thing
for
though,
that. I'll clap for that
because
for them.
I would rather have a team that's hot in the second half than a team that's hot in the first half. Because it's not about how you start, it's how you finish.
Okay.
And obviously, we were down by 9 points to start the game,
Yep.
but we very fastly.
Yeah, y'all improve over time until like third quarter. Like you guys were like kind of, I'm gonna put it like equalized, like because both teams did not have points in third quarter until the very fourth quarter.
It's my understanding
Yeah.
that the people compare the Eagles and the Ravens a lot.
Well,
Similar play style.
Similar play style, the best. You could say one of the best NFC teams versus one of the best AFC teams. Since this is the second NFC team that Lamar Jackson has ever lost to put that in
that surprised me.
perspective, the first ever quarterback to lose in the NFC was Daniel Jones out of New York, who is no longer there.
Who's now signed with the Minnesota Vikings. That's the latest news. I wanted to say that last week, but I forgot.
Wait, who's the Vikings quarterback now?
Uh,
Is it Sam Darnold?
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Okay.
He's gonna be like I think Daniel's gonna be a backup. I think. I'm
Yeah.
not so sure.
That tracks.
I,
That makes sense.
I know he's signed. That's all I know.
But
Good for him.
let me run y'all some stats real quick from the Eagles and Ravens game.
Run those stats.
Jalen Hurts had 118 passing yards and 1 touchdown. Lamar Jackson too had 237
Touchdown when I don't bet on it.
passing yards
Let's go to
and
two
two touchdowns. Saquon Barkley had 23 carries for 107 yards and 1 touchdown. That man, let's give Saquon Barkley MVP. I think I'm tired of seeing quarterbacks getting MVP over and over
It
again.
should be-
It's
it
just
should be
It's
others.
just a quarterback award at this point.
Yeah.
I would love to see someone who's not.
A quarterback.
Yes.
I agree. It doesn't matter from what other team. At least someone else than just a quarterback.
Yeah,
Right.
I would agree with that.
Well, it sounds
Saquon
like
Barkley
the
had 5
contention is between him and Derrick Henry. They're like neck and neck with
well,
the
guess
Eagles.
what? Derrick Henry did not show out in this game.
Yeah, this
too
one
well.
he was lacking this game.
He got. Did you all see that tackle by Cooper DeJean?
I think I saw the clip. I think I saw that clip on TikTok.
He rocked Derrick Henry. So not looking too good for Derrick Henry right now. Derrick Henry had 19 carries for 82 yards with 0 touchdowns. A.J. Brown had 5 receptions for 66 yards. And Zay Flowers for the Ravens had 3 receptions for 74 yards. Those were the 2 best wide receivers for each team, respectfully. Goddard did catch the 1 passing touchdown for us. I was thinking about putting a Dallas Goddard touchdown.
You just never know if he's going to do anything.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
know.
thing. That's the
And
question
then-
of it.
And then I was like, I'm not going to do it. And I put Cade in 2 in my fantasy, so I got double messed up. So it was not a good weekend for the betting.
Not at all.
No.
Not at
But
all.
There's always next.
and
There's always
the Chiefs
I'm gonna
always.
start betting on
I was about to
sports.
get to that.
The Chiefs
How?
always win.
Who cares about the Chiefs at
Not
this
even
point,
the
man?
I'm
Chiefs.
so tired.
How?
Who gave them their 1 loss? Was it the
Bills.
The Bills?
Yeah.
They just play the Bills
Yeah,
every
they-
week.
This would have been an easy win for the Raiders because this kind of proves that the Chiefs are mediocre. How?
You tell him, Steve.
Like 19
Yeah,
to
Patrick
17.
Mahomes, we're calling you out. With your T-Mobile commercial.
If you don't call into this show,
On your T-Mobile wireless plan.
Freaking the phone start ringing.
Your State Farm insurance ads or whatever. What else do you do?
yeah, State Farm with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Anyways, the Chiefs always seem to win. Pretty boring game all throughout, but Raiders were in prime position to win it, and they fumbled the ball. And
A little bit of Chiefs magic.
Chiefs voodoo
Magic, whatever they use. You know, surprisingly, it was like a backup quarterback that almost beaten Mahomes.
Well, it's Aiden
Nick
O'Connell.
Foles, Tom Brady flashbacks.
I wouldn't say Aiden O'Connell. Well, Aiden O'Connell did get the backup spot. He got beat by Gardner Minshew for the starting role. But you know, last year Aiden O'Connell did start a couple games at the end of the seasons, and so you know he is I would say he has played in multiple NFL games.
Oh yeah,
So-
this guy has a cannon. Like he's also precise. Like when I saw like a couple of clips, I'm like, dude, this guy is precise.
He was throwing really good balls, and
Oh yeah.
that rookie, the tight end Brock Bowers, he's been playing insane. 10 receptions for 140 yards and 1 touchdown. He's really the only guy to write home about that game. And but this week was pretty good all in all. I mean,
I'm happy, to get a win for the team at least.
Yeah, Bucks got a win finally.
They won last week, didn't they?
Bucks got a win. Huh?
They won last week, didn't they? The Bucks.
Yeah, they won. They won.
They're on
a winning-
It was the
they're on a
Giants.
winning streak, yeah.
This is the second win.
You're right.
Wait, we're even
So-
now, right? 6-6. We're tied with
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Let's go.
Tied with Atlanta. Atlanta's been
Running at
on
the
a
same time, USF as well.
Yeah, Atlanta has been
Okay.
on a bad losing streak. You know, Kirk Cousins, not to put too much attention to it, Kirk Cousins threw 4 interceptions
Yeah.
against
Good.
the Chargers
I
this week.
Jesus.
I
I was
respect
rooting
Kirk
for him at the
Cousins,
start of the season
Me
too.
too, Kirk O'Chains. He was swag surfing with the crowd. and-
I love it when the Eagles do bad because it boosts us up in the division, you know?
Mhm.
That's true.
And you know what?
Speaking of
In honor of Kirk O'Chains, we're gonna play swag surfing now. So here's swag surfing. We're back, and where can you find us, Dustin?
Well, you can only find the Weekly Roundup on HCC Hawk Radio. That's, of course, most readily available on Primo Stream. Don't do a .com, though.
Yeah,
if you
don't
do,
do it.
I'll send some guys over to your house, and you're not
That
going to
is-
like what they do.
That is
They'll take us to
mine.
Oh my
Holy.
They're
goodness.
going to take your computer
We
away.
don't.
We don't condone violence.
We don't condone violence.
We're getting more and more hostile.
We're getting
Our
more and
show
more
goes on.
hostile as
We're
the
the reason
weeks
why the
go
purge
on.
will-
Well,
Never
what,
happened.
you know, what can I say? It's like I'm
We're-
losing my mind, or it's like my brain is rotting away, if you
Oh,
will.
these-
God.
The brain
Voice
is
so much.
rotting away. You know.
What we got in Drama Digest, brother?
Well, you know, it's actually the Brain Rot Special today.
Ooh.
Now, what does that mean, guys? So, what's
What-
the Brain
what
Rot
is
Special?
The brain rot
Tell us,
special?
Well,
Tell us.
we're doing this today. The Brain Rot Special is because Brain Rot wins Oxford Word of the Year for 2024. This is, of course,
Oh
from
my
Oxford.
goodness.
How do you win a word of the year?
Well, Oxford, of course, of the Oxfords. Well,
Of the Oxford.
they pick a word that's getting really heavily used throughout the year. People vote on it. 37,000 people
I didn't
voted
even
for
knew
Brain
this
Rot.
was a thing.
It could have been 37
Until
plus
today.
1 if I knew.
Exactly. Now, what is brain rot, guys? Well, we probably know, but to the listeners at home, the definition, according to Oxford,
Ooh.
is the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as a result of overconsumption of material. Now, particularly online content considered to be trivial or unchallenging. Also, something characterized as likely to lead to such deterioration. Now, content that's considered to be trivial or unchallenging is my bread and butter. And so as soon as I saw this, I said, well, it's time to do a Brain Rot special. And, well, I mean, what signifies brain rot more, I think, to the average consumer than Skibidi Toilet? So we're going to start off
my
there.
goodness. Well, what a way to start it off.
Well, we got to start off with Skibidi Toilet. Of course, well-known web series, right? Some 44 million viewers. About toilets with people's heads that fight robots that don't have people's heads, but they have people's bodies. So that sort of thing. That sort of fun
weird.
stuff. Well, the kids love it.
Kids,
they'll say like on Skibidi. It's really taken on a deep meaning to them. And what else do kids love, guys? If kids love Skibidi Toilet, well, kids also love Michael Bay.
And do kids love Michael Bay?
Kids actually like Michael Bay.
Put that on a shirt.
Do kids not like Michael Bay?
Maybe don't put that on a shirt. I think that might get wrong messages there.
Yeah, especially if your printer is dyslexic, it's really going to be a scandal. But kids do like Transformers, or at least they used to back when I was a whippersnapper. And
was cool.
right?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't say I like them.
You
I'm
don't
just
like
saying,
Transformers?
I don't really care about Transformers. I like Megan Fox. Neither here nor there.
Which Transformer is she?
She was the one that I watched when I watched the movie. I don't know.
Mudflap. I got you.
Yeah, that's funny. I get it.
I don't.
Anyways.
I thought you meant like those sexy mud flaps that truckers have.
I don't know. I don't know. Is that why they called him that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Michael Bay,
Decepticon.
the Transformer guy. Enough Transformer lore. It's not about him, but it is about Michael Bay because he's in talks to direct a feature-length Skibidi Toilet movie. What do you think about that, guys?
It tracks.
It does.
It's Michael Bay.
He went on Variety's Strictly Business podcast, and he said,
So who's got
they're having
podcasts?
talks. Everybody has podcasts.
everyone.
Well,
We do.
Speaking of
We
podcasts,
have a radio show. Calm down.
yeah, well,
radio show.
Well, remind me to circle back to that at the end of this show because we have some pretty big news regarding the show
Right.
that we'll talk about at the end. But I for one, I'm looking forward to the Skibidi Toilet movie. I was going to see Mufasa on the 20th, but I think that I probably won't. What was that? Did somebody do a meme? Did somebody do a soundboard?
Oh my goodness, Steven.
What was that? Did you hear it?
I heard Akuna Matata.
Somebody did a soundboard. What a wonderful phrase. Anyway, we've got more. We've got more of the brainrot special, and then I have even more important stuff to tell you.
Skibidi Toilet wasn't important enough.
Not quite important enough because something else that I think is very important is, of course, the Talk Tuah podcast.
Our competitors.
Now,
neck and neck.
Now longtime listeners, they may remember that I gave a pretty scathing review of the first episode of Talk Tuah. But her old Haley Welch's popularity has been skyrocketing. She's had a meteoric rise lately, and there's been some pretty big guests that have been going on there. Number one has got to be JoJo Siwa.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban, ladies and gentlemen.
And Mark, I was going to save him for the last because he's the richest one. But yeah, Mark Cuban. If you
said number one. I thought you were going to say number one. JoJo Siwa. What a
Nickelodeon.
How are you going to say number one and then
Nickelodeon?
My bad.
Look,
I'm not going to ruin it.
Well, look, I'm not going to. First of all, I'm not going to stand for this JoJo Siwa slander. She invented lesbian pop, and you're over here acting like you're over here acting like the guy from Shark Tank is a bigger deal.
From Shark Tank.
He even goes on Bobby's podcast. He goes on everybody's podcast. He likes to clout.
That boy in red.
Well, he's the guy from Shark Tank. And look, I like Mark Cuban, but you put me in this position where I had to tear him down now. Even though I was going to build him up. This ruined. Anyways, if I can get through this, I'll talk about the last one, who I think might be a pretty big deal to some of us here. Wiz Khalifa has been going on there. I always used to like him. I still kind of do.
Young, Wild, and Free is a classic song with Snoop Dogg and Bruno Mars, by the way.
Yeah.
Living young and wild and free.
That whole Rolling Papers album I thought was pretty good.
It's good. That movie that they had, Mac and Devin Goes to High School, that goes along with that.
I didn't know there's a accompanying movie.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
Watch party, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, since we can't watch Lion King.
Yeah, since we can't watch Monster.
Anyway, there's another important thing I got to talk about though in the brainrot special, and maybe the biggest one of all, and I don't want to hear any snickering. The Rizzler. What's that sound? It's a Weekly Roundup and the Snickerdoodles in here. Look at this. The Rizzler made an appearance at AEW wrestling events.
That Big Boom AJ wrestler.
Yes. Well. Yeah, that's correct actually. Yeah, this isn't football focused.
No, hold on, it's Daily Rap. You mentioned Wiz Khalifa.
He did mention Wiz Khalifa. Big Boom AJ is a rap star too, guys. I don't know if y'all remember.
Does he have a song he
AJ
can
and
play?
Big Justice. I do.
Yeah, let's just go to a song break.
No. My bad.
No, you're fine. The wind is out of my sails on the brainrot special, though. But that happened, guys. So I'm pretty excited about that. But you know what else I'm excited about?
So did he wrestle or was he just?
No.
He did.
Rizzler did.
Rizzler.
Rizzler. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Did he just show up, do the whole,
Yeah.
and then that's it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he
rung the bell.
He
just,
rung the bell.
He was
Yeah.
the bell ringer.
Yeah, you just literally see him like they cut the camera to him like once in a while when like they Big AJ
He's
does
just like,
big
oh
move.
god.
Like,
Yeah, literally.
literally, you see that every time. Like,
Okay.
God.
But you know, I'm gonna wrap this segment up because we had a lot to get into. I had planned a whole roundtable discussion about this, but I don't think we're gonna have time. But I am gonna let him.
minutes.
No, I was
Well, we
gonna
still
say.
have another segment to get
I was
into.
gonna say
Who cares
Big
about my
Justice
segment?
did spear that guy.
Who cares about
Like
antics?
the 9-year-old kid did wrestle because like there was like a distraction in the ring and then Big Justice ran in and like ran at the guy and speared him like Edge or like Goldberg for you older people out there.
You say
And,
Edge?
yeah, Edge.
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Who was the Heartbreak Kid on WWE?
That's Shawn Michaels.
Oh, Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that's a super kick.
I wasn't listening anyway.
Anyways, yeah. So Big Boom AJ did win that match, and they all did big 5 booms in the ring together.
Oh, was it scripted? It's like the Mike
I don't
Tyson
believe
fight.
Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him?
I don't tell him.
Guys, what do you mean?
All right, Anthony.
And yeah, we're gonna throw it over to Anthony with Showbiz Spotlight.
So this what I got like 2 minutes. Cool. I'll rapid fire these things. So who cares? The Disney's Moana 2 is making a lot of money. Who didn't see that coming? Targets are the demographic.
Yeah.
Kids are the target you want to hit for. They're gonna. Mufasa 2 Mufasa's gonna blow that out of the water. So who even cares?
Oh.
We're all gonna be there for that.
Well, we're not.
No, because Steven's gonna be
Excuse
in
me,
Puerto
I'm
Rico.
going to see family on the holidays.
What?
Lion King
Didn't
is
you
his
just
favorite
say you
movie,
were
guys.
seeing
If
them?
you're
Yeah, they
unaware
can't.
about
Yeah,
it.
now I'm going to vice versa. My keys.
My keys. Anyway, it made $221 million in 5 days, which is ridiculous.
Dang, that's actually impressive.
For an animated movie.
It is kind of ridiculous.
Moving on from that, I don't care. Going back to football, I guess. Netflix is dipping their toes into the
Sports
to
again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
streaming sports,
Yeah.
which they're like the last ones to do it, right? Because Hulu has live sports.
Yeah, but you gotta pay for
Prime
it.
has.
Wait, is it included in your regular Netflix subscription?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
you think why the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight was free?
I thought a pay-per-view.
No, it was
no,
free.
no.
It was free. The
But-
subscription was mainly paying for it because a lot of people were gonna click to watch that fight, and after like paying like what,
$7.
$7 a
For the
month,
cheapest
that's it.
one.
Yeah, the rest would be free.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're gonna try to do here, and that made money. That made a lot of I think the other companies like mad for that factor.
Well, that was always the only thing. The only reason I would ever have an antenna is so I can watch football.
Yeah.
You know, and I hated that.
Sports.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna do for like Raw for WWE
Yeah,
as
Monday
well.
Night Raw is also
Monday
going to
Night-
Netflix.
It's gonna be on Netflix, so,
So it's
there's a lot of
All eyes
stuff.
are on them to see if they don't butcher the streaming.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't
There's-
butcher it.
The first round, it was kind of like an understandable situation because no one expected a lot of people were going to see the fight of that was so called to be the century, but it was really like the most worst fight I think I'll see in my life.
You think streaming's getting out of hand though? Because now it's like I was trying to say, right? Netflix now has football. Prime has football. Apple TV I think has football sometimes. Peacock has football. Like, you're just gonna need 1 million subscriptions to watch a season's worth of football now.
Yeah, I think eventually we're getting to a point where cable is going to die out.
It's
these-
already
and
in my
and
opinion.
now your cable bill is just going to be these different subscriptions you have to pay for to watch everything you want to watch. And I mean, there is give and take because it gives a consumer more choice of what they want to watch,
Yeah,
I
they-
guess. But also, it's very much like locked behind what they want you to see. Almost like they get to choose your.
Yeah, like what to watch, when to watch.
It's not always good either.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
it's not. It's kind
But,
of pushing it.
We have a big announcement as Dustin was going back to. Dustin, if you want to talk about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so this is actually almost our last show. The next week will be our
Last show.
final episode of the Weekly Roundup here on ATC Honk Radio Primo Stream. And we're gonna miss you guys.
Where has the time gone?
Where has
the time gone? Now, though it was our last show this semester, it might not be the last show for now, but it will definitely be our last show at Tuesdays at 10 a.m. next Tuesday.
That's true.
Yep.
We'll be around. Obviously, we're not going anywhere. We have to finish our degrees. So
Yeah.
I would very much like the paper that I've been working for.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I'm here.
The
Really.
only reason we're here.
Just for that paper. I gotta decorate the wall with something.
No, I'm here for the fun of it. Oh,
This
no.
is fun.
Oh,
Is this
yeah.
fun?
What classes are you taking? Am I right?
Anyways, guys, but it's been a pleasure, and we're gonna have a bigger show next week to kind of send us out on a bang
Yep.
for the spring semester on the way. But today was a pretty good show, and I'm glad that you've listened in today. If you have. Steven, you have any final words? You were driving today. You did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
5 out of 5
You did a
stars.
good job.
I kind of froze over some moments, but I locked myself in to make sure everything goes right. So it was an honor, gentlemen.
It was an honor.
It was an honor
as always.
with you guys. Hopefully next semester I'll see y'all again.
Well,
If not,
listen, we gotta save that
We
for
have one
next
more
week's
episode.
episode. Yeah,
Hey,
we got one more episode.
I'm getting to this
Are
and
you-
like I don't get emotional next week.
Oh, Steven.
Yeah.
Well,
But still-
I hope I get emotional so I can feel something.
That's good content. Oh.
But if you guys
maybe it's
want
not so good.
to,
We're thinking about different things.
find us here and hopefully see y'all next week. Where do you need to find us once again?
Hawkradio.primo stream, ladies and gentlemen.
And who are we, Steven?
The Weekly Roundup.
Thank y'all for listening.